Good evening, Randomizer fans everywhere. Tonight on Speed Gaming 5, we are happy to present the first game of the finals for the 2022 Speed Gaming Live FFR Online Tournament. Tonight's game is between Deadpulse and Pickles and Beer, and we are going to be tracked tonight by JLo7. Without our trackers, we would not sound competent at all. So thank you very much, JLo, for helping us tonight. And joining me in the booth is Burt Reynolds. Not that Burt Reynolds, but our very own Final Fantasies Burt Reynolds.
Good evening, everyone.
How are you doing, Burt?
Oh, it's a very exciting night. First game of the finals.
Yeah.
And I don't think we could add two better players.
I agree. Why don't you go through how these two got here?
Well, Pickles and Beer is sort of an under-the-radar player. I don't think he gets much hype in the community, but he's very fast. He got a second place in the spring tournament. Somehow, second place in the spring tournament, and still is under the radar. He came in second place in the qualifiers for this, and had a pretty easy route all the way to the finals, beating Chanigan last round. And what some people might think is an upset. And Deadpulse, on the other hand, one of the best players to ever play this game, I think, barely made it into the pods, barely made it into the brackets. But since he got into the brackets, hasn't dropped a game, even beating the first overall seeds for Link-A-Lot in the first round.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, I took a quick look as well, and I saw that Deadpulse was in Pod D with Boo Bear, Burt Reynolds, and Not Young Me, who has been a fantastic up-and-coming star to watch in this. And there's no pod of death in this one because they're all pods of death, but this was a very strong pod to come out of.
Yes, I was in that pod, and Deadpulse beat me 2-0 very easily. And that's why I'm in the booth tonight, and he's here in the finals.
Yep. Alright. So, we got some party differences here. We know we have in the flag set, we have a 6-person party draft, so there's 6 characters to choose from. And tonight we rolled 3 thieves, 2 white mages, and a black mage. Some fun times.
Yeah, and looking at the blessings, we have some very bad blessings tonight. The white mage cannot learn Fade, the thief cannot wear a ribbon, and, well, the black mage didn't get anything. He can wield axes, which isn't really that exciting on a black mage.
Yeah, no, these are definitely some rough ones, though. The thief blessings, like the minus ribbon, is pretty bad, but I think the fighter swords and the extra MDef is going to help a lot, so in the early game. Be right back. I'm having some audio issues right here.
Yeah, so we are about to start here shortly. And really the party difference here comes down to 1 white mage. So we'll see. If white magic in the early game is very good, it'll favor the multiple white mage player. If white magic is very bad in the early game, then the extra experience bonus that we'll get from less party members will favor Pickles and Beer. Looking at magic here, we have Fire 2, which is decent, not great, and Bane, again, decent, not great, and white magic seems to be no spells I'd be happy about seeing in level 1. Right, Heal 2's a role player.
Okay. Like, it's good to have, especially because it saves you some money right now on the heal pots, but yeah, no damage there. Fire 2. Lock is actually very good to have level 1 for in-game. Always fantastic. It's always feels great.
Here's actually a game changer. Saber plus 4 is one of the best weapons the thief can equip at this point in the game.
Yeah, without the fighter sword bonus, I would definitely agree. And even with the fighter sword bonus, it's still very good for this early in the game. We have some cash to start with, and then what do we have in the second couple of boxes here? A Vorpal minus 3. Oh. Throw it on the ground just right away.
No, that's one of the best things you can find here. You can sell it and buy every spell you ever wanted.
I don't know if it's even worth that.
So, another thing I noticed when they were walking through the dungeon here, I haven't seen them get any encounter. Which means we have a very long hero run at the beginning of the encounter table.
That could be very useful, but they can also be very, very bad in the longer dungeons. Because that may mean we're just going to have a very back-weighted encounter table, where we're just going to hit encounter after encounter after encounter. It will be very frustrating.
And coming out of the Royals, we have Ruby and the TNT. So if you were Chanigan here, you'd go and turn in the TNT right away, but I'm betting both these players are going to Fukuoka.
Yeah, let's see here.
Yeah, Deadpulse with the veteran move, selling that Vorpal.
Yes, I would do that. I would do that. The thieves have the ability to get... They have actually more in-game weapons, or equivalent to... Yeah, actually I'd say more than the fighter, because there are 2 katanas in the pool. So, sell the Vorpal.
Yeah, even a Vorpal -3, you might as well swing a Silver Sword at that point, right? Like a Silver Sword +1 would probably beat a Vorpal -3.
With the exception of the crit, I agree. So incentive-wise, in this tournament we have the runners each pick 1 incentive item. And tonight, Deadpulse, in all caps, exclaimed Thor Hammer, which is definitely going to be better than that Vorpal if it rolled anything close to neutral. And Pickles and Beer picked the Black Shirt, which might actually not be bad play in this case with this party.
Yeah, it's going to end up just being 2 random caster items, which could be a nuke shirt, could be a pure shirt, right? So you're gambling there. And I haven't run the stats exactly, but I'm pretty sure the Thor Hammer is the most popular pick in this tournament so far. People love the Thor Hammer.
Interesting. Do you find that the runners tend to ever use it to swing, or are they always using it for spells?
No, I actually think they're picking it so that when they find it, they can reset the game.
That's also a good call.
We got the adamant coming out of Bicky here, which is perfect. We can do 1 stop in the Dwarf Cave and get everything we need.
And then head right on down to Marsh, which is probably the play I would have made. Come here, get spells, go to Marsh.
Yeah, so we're either going to get the boat out of the dwarves, or we're going to get the canoe. So one boat or the other.
Or we could get the chime, or not the chime, the crystal, and have to walk all the way back.
Or the herb. Oh no, we can't get the herb yet because we don't have the canoe. So Pickles and Beer checking Matoya here. I don't think this is a great play, just because of the possibility that we could get the crystal, but it's going to pay off here with the early ribbon.
Which, according to the Blursings, cannot be worn by the thief cannot wear the ribbon. But the Lifecaster can, although I think I actually would probably put on the Black Mage for now. Until we actually have the spells.
We saw the spells in level 2. White Magic again was blank. I mean, Black Magic in level 2 was basically blank as well. So these White Mages do not look good so far.
There's our canal.
So is it going to be the ship? Are we going to get the whole package in Dwarf Cave?
That's going to make this play be the best play they could have done. Oh, crystal! Never mind.
So
think,
Pickles
go ahead.
Yeah, the gamble does not play off for Pickles and Beer here. He's going to have to go all the way back to Matoya, and Deadpulse is going to get the ribbon as well, so he doesn't even get 1 up on him.
For those that haven't been watching this tournament, some other basics of this flag set. We have a fairly low encounter rate, pretty reasonable scaling on the enemies, decent XP boost, and then we have a canoe. Oh, I hear ice or marsh coming. But incentivized locations, we have the NPCs, as usual, Ice Cave, Ordeals, Marsh, Titans, and then in the dungeons that are incentivized, we have Volcano, Vanilla's location, Sea, the key-locked chest on the mermaid side, otherwise known as the TFC chest, and then Sky, Loose, after the cube block.
Yeah, so this flag set is kind of designed to hold your hand as it leads you through the seed. So So there's going to be a lot of fetch quests, a lot of walking around in sort of one direction. Except this one place right here is where the seed always gives you the choice. When you get the early canoe, you can go to Marsh, you can go to Ice, and you can go to Volcano. Most players will go to Marsh here, just because it's such an easy dungeon.
Yep, I'm on team #NeverIce, so I definitely agree with this play. One other key thing in this flag set is that early ordeals and early sage item are not on. So that means you will have to go and start and get the crown to go to ordeals, and then dig Earth Cave in order to get the sage item.
Yeah, so it's a sneaky way to incentivize Earth Cave without adding more things to the incentive pool. Deadpulse finding a pro ring in Marsh, nothing much doing there, and mud goals with frost, that's awful. Mud goals are always going to be bad in this flag set because they're always going to have a script. Looks like he gets lucky with the run though.
We get the slab, so we are going to have to go to Ice after all. But we'll have the slab for immediately afterwards, when we can just turn that into Melmont. And Deadpulse is now on my favorite party, with the Black Mage and one White Mage dead, so he's got the Thief White Mage combo. Alright, we see Deadpulse is now leaving, and is going to make the southern trek, get spells from Elfland here, and then head off to Ice Cave. See what we have here, though. We should have at least something to damage things with. Or not.
He's hoping for something for his two White Mages. Well, Harm 2.
Harm 2 some form of damage. It's
Harm 2 is a spell you can cast in combat, which is the only one we have.
Yeah, it's Fire 2 is even better. It's worse than Fire 2, so that's a bit ouch. Harm 4 though. Harm 4 is great.
That's in this seed. That's the best spell that the White Mage can find for combat. I also have a level 4 warp, which is nice. It would make doing Ice Cave a lot easier. All we need to do now is get level 8 Armor Mages, and we'll be able to cast those level 4 spells. I see Pickles and Beer having some trouble in Marsh Cave. Let's hope that he can hit that hero run.
Looking good so far.
Yeah, with the lengths of that run at the beginning of the cycle, he could just get right out of the dungeon without a single fight.
So Deadpulse has brought back up his entire party. I don't know if I agree with that. I would probably keep one down with the scaling and experience settings the way they are. That said, he's the best current runner of the game, so grain of salt and all that.
Yeah, I'm waffling about what I would do here. Like, you want to get to level 8 as quick as possible, so maybe you bring the Black Mage up, try and get to level 8, and bring the other one up later. I don't know. Tough decision.
So it looks like Deadpulse is going to dig Volcano, probably a bit of the Armory. Maybe check the spike tiles here to see if there's anything to gain a few levels on.
Yeah, this could just be a dive to gain a warp charge, and then go to Ice, because I don't think you're in any condition to beat this dungeon. Oh, well.
Or that changes plans. They have Temper already, and Katana. Oh my goodness.
And Fog 2. Don't forget about Fog 2 if you're going to be facing Carry soon.
Yeah, this Volcano Armory was the best for their situation right now.
Okay, so earlier I said Saber +4 is almost the best weapon that Thief can wield right now. Well, we found the best one.
Yep, and that was the wrong eye. That was definitely the wrong eye. those
Yeah,
that
hold.
do not know, the Phantoms are very tough, hit like a truck, and give almost 0 experience.
So here we see Deadpulse getting his grind. He's going for his warp charge now. It should be very easy with him.
I'm not aware of exactly what level you get the first level 4 charge at.
I believe it's level 8 for the white.
Okay. I figured it was before 10. Oh, Bane working to treat here, though.
So what would you do in this position? Would you take a couple levels here and then try and beat carry? Or would you skip all that and go to ice?
I think given that the ship is going to... If the ship is in ice, then it's going to spawn and provoke us. You're going to have to go back north. If it's here, then it will spawn south. I would dive.
Yeah, it looks like that's what Deadpulse is going to do. A level 7 volcano play.
Yep, for carry, I would throw one of the white mages up front. They have ruse, so I'd ruse the front white mage, heal with the other one, fog 2 up, temper, and swing. I think this is very doable.
I don't think I would ever be this bold. This. A little misplay by Deadpulse there. He checks the trap tile, but he actually knew what that trap tile was. Or maybe it was just a slip of the finger. He didn't mean to step on that tile.
Very possible. Could have also been thinking to check the Agama tile that's underneath the other chest, but maybe something to interview about.
I still think this is doable, though. He loses his temper, but the Black Mage might have died easily anyways. So Nightmare's not a good grind. The zombie dragons are actually a decent fight, since we know they don't have any spells.
Alright, well, the good news is he now knows this is where he needs to be to get the ship.
Yeah, I think this is a fight. Zombie dragons might hit hard, but we know they don't have spells, so it's a very easy fight to gain quite a bit of experience.
Yeah, I would probably see if I could get up to level 10 before taking on carry, but also if you fail at that point, then it's a lot of wasted time, so...
And Pickles and Beer choosing the exact same play. No one's... Oh, and also lost his...
Oh! Nightmares have squint.
And his thief. This could be bad.
I like his play. I'd probably still lose the first turn on the front one, but yeah. Doesn't matter in this case. Oh!
Yeah, that's a reset. And he doesn't have a ship either. He's gonna have to go back down if he wants the ship. We'll see. Let's see if Pickles and Beer tries to walk out of the dungeon. And nope, that's a wipe.
I could see a play to get up to level 10 and then try again, but you might need more than that. With the downside to the thief is the HP growth is nowhere near the same as a fighter. So the thief is not going to be able to just tank like a fighter could at this point.
This might be the time to pretend your thief is a black belt and try and get him a solo grind on the zombie Ds. Like, get your whole party down to zombie Ds. They might eventually kill all your mages, but your thief should have no problem killing them. Maybe take him up to, level 25, level 30 or something, and then go take out carry.
Alright, we're about to see Pickles Beer go back and get the ship. This is where heal 2 is good.
Yeah, small error by Pickles and Beer. He has heal 2, he just forgot about it using heal pots, which is very slow. And the thief survives this win. So.
Yep, No, plus 10 MDef helping that time.
He hasn't seen Carrie yet. He should probably try and fight her, is my guess.
It's what I would do. It's gonna be rough, but that's what I would do.
Yeah, he doesn't know that Carrie has first turn Blizzard yet. And you can't move the ribbon onto the Thief. The Thief is banned from the ribbon tonight. No good. This is a nightmare.
This is a good play. Alright, here we go. We got Fog 2 going out, we got a swing, we got some temper. Let's see, first swing, 126 damage, that is going to help a lot. And he has first round punch. Get more Fog 2 coming, and another swing, and more temper.
If Kelly here has low hit points, he might not even see the Blizzard, but she survives 2 hits.
Yep, but that's a lot of damage on Carrie. Here's the Blizzard. The Thief survives. The Thief actually resisted. This is very good. We're going to see a lock come out and a swing.
Oh wow,
Carrie
700.
was obliterated.
Okay, so now we get to go to Crescent Lake to bring our White Mage up on Pickle's side. I wonder if we find the floater in the shop.
I would feel a bit of like that was being an insult. Do all that work to barely survive and get the ship and then just be like, oh, there's the floater right there. But
that's one of the weird funny tricks that oh, Rod was in Elfland. Okay, thank you. That's a good one to know about. So Deadpulse on the wipe going back in again. This is what Pickles and Beer needs.
Yep, this is going to give Pickles and Beer an early advantage. And also, I think his strat of going with the 3-man party at the start helped in the situation, because I think he was just a slightly bit higher level.
Yeah, and you can't discount the fact that he has to do less button presses every combat. And Deadpulse's second White Mage really isn't contributing that much. So it looks like Pickles...
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, buying the Rod. So he might try and skip Ice Cave and go straight to Earth.
Hashtag never ice.
Yeah, we have the Ruby, so we got 3 incentives like to work our way through on the Melman continent, and only 1 in ice. So this is the density.
I like it. We found the gold bracelets, but they are very expensive. 42k. It's gonna be a while before we can afford those.
And Deadpulse is running out of the dungeon. Doesn't want to lose this die to Carrie.
Pickles, why are you checking that? Or did Pickles not? No, Pickles got much of the armory. Okay.
He's looking for a silver axe for the Black Mage.
Oh, that's right. The Black Mages did get plus axes. So that does help, especially with the low number of early spells that are AoE, so gives the Black Mage something to do and they run out of those few higher level spells. Speaking of the spells, it's my understanding in the flag set that we do have a tiered shuffle on the spells, is that correct?
Yes, we have, it's called Balanced Shuffle running on this flag set, where it mixes all the spell levels up, but tries to keep low-level spells lower and high-level spells higher, which is why spells seem a bit weaker than you might normally see in Fantasy Randomizer.
Yep, you can still get a level 1 nuke, but it does reduce the chances of that happening.
Yes, I think I've seen 1 level 1 nuke in this flag set before. But usually it's above level 5, which is just sort of used to balance out mages. Mages are so powerful in the early game that that with Balance Shuffle you can sort of put the balance a little bit more towards the melee classes.
Alright, so it looks like Sarda gave us the black shirt, which it casts Lightning too, which not very different from Vanilla. And then the Titan's Tunnel had the crown.
Yeah, so the crown is a great find in this one because it actually opens up 2 different incentives, Astos and Ordeals. So once we get out of Earth Cave, we'll have a lot of different places to go. And Deadpulse making the same play. A density play, going to Melman Continent.
Pickles found a fantastic full party grind with the metal slimes, but they rolled up on HP, and with only fire 2 and lightning 2, that's not going to be good enough at this moment.
Yeah, if we find a fire 3 staff or something, might be able to come back later. We can hope to day 1 out of Earth.
Speaking of Fire 3, it is available level 5. Black Magic Sword. Yes, the metal slimes are weak to fire, so if you can cast Fire 3 on them, it will do a significant amount of damage. In this scaling, you have a good chance of them rolling low enough to kill most of them in one cast, but not today.
And hi, Vampire.
There's a vampire? Where? Oh.
And bye, Vampire.
I didn't see it.
Have you ever played Vanilla? Like, half your runs, you reset on the Vampire. Not so much in the Randomizer. Okay, Pickles and Beer skipping Earth Armory. I mean, he's got a ribbon, he's got 2 swords.
Yeah, if everything that is needed for the end game is already in hand, or you can do it with the gold bracelets.
Yeah, this isn't really a party that needs a bunch of armor or anything. It's possible he doesn't open another box for the rest of the game.
It'd be nice to find some ice or fire armor. Chest plate, but gold bracelets will do.
And hi, Lich. Oh, Lich survives a turn. You don't see that every day.
And he cast Rude and stunned the thief. Lich tried. Lich tried this time.
It was a good effort.
Now for the real boss. Spiders.
Don't worry, Danny didn't roll the seed, so the spiders don't have Blaze.
Don't curse it. EFFR special right there. All but one.
Okay, they didn't roll Blaze, but they did roll up on hit points.
They could withstand the blaze of fire too. Pickles Beer is successfully out and is now going to be able to go to Crescent Lake and get the item there, as well as turn in the crown.
Yeah, we got Astos open, we have Ordeals open, we have Crescent Lake open, and we still have Ice Cave open, which we've had for quite a while. It'd be pretty bad if the floater was hiding in Ice Cave this whole time.
Yep, I would feel pretty bad about that, but both players made the same decision, so if it is, they're going to both feel bad, but not know that hasn't hurt either one.
So Pickles and Beer going in to turn in the crown. If I was playing here, I would forget about Crescent Lake and just never go there and then lose the game. But I bet these players won't do that.
Well, what I would do myself would be, after this Astos turn in with the key, okay, is go to Ordeals, because there's never going to be a better time than when you have the ship and the canoe. and are heading near it anyways.
Yeah, that's a good play. Pickles checking trap tiles. Finds white dragons.
This could be decent. See how they roll. That didn't tell us anything.
They didn't roll all the way down, but they also didn't roll high evasion either. They can sometimes roll so high evasion that your melee characters can't even touch them.
Okay, this one can earn you some experience. Especially when the mummies roll down.
So Deadpulse skipping the checks and skipping the grind. Going straight to ordeals. So just like that, Deadpulse picks up the lead again.
Not so fast, I think. I don't think he finished Volcano, did he?
Ah, good point, no. Still missing an orb. So that'll cost him a minute, maybe a minute and a half at the end game. Actually, with our giant hero run, we know that Volcano can be done without encounters, so it'd probably be just a minute. At the end of the game, we have to go back there.
Hopefully he doesn't, orb bonk.
That's another thing I would do if I was playing here. I'd forget about Crescent Lake, and I'd definitely Black Orb bonk at the end of the game.
Totally never done it, never. Not once. Or 3 times.
Deadpulse still checking boxes, probably looking for elemental armor for the ninja.
Yeah, Ordeals is quick enough that you can check everything there to see if there's anything good. Slow stick, yeah. So, not really. But Floater is great.
I've noticed a lot of floaters in ordeals in this flag set.
Pickles is gonna get the sad slow stick and sad silver armor. But be very happy about that Floater. Alright, from this point on, we have... What do we have? We have the key, we've got this. We do not have the ability to do sea, we do not have the ability to do sky.
Yeah, so it really depends on what we get from Crescent Lake here. But it looks like we're going to have to go to Ice Cave now, unless we find maybe Oxtail here would steer us away from Ice Cave. We have neither Chime nor Cube, so we're well away from his sky.
Heal 3 and exit's good, along with the, I believe, level 5 Cure 4 and Invis 2. So some of the mid-tier magic spells are very good for white, and fast is good as here as well. So
Yeah, Black Mage has access to fast and temper, so you could beat the game with just that, skipping everything else.
Yep, I agree. Like, I think spell-wise they have the Invis 2 already. They've got the Cure 4. They've got Heal 3, Fast, Temper, Lock. They are set for what they absolutely need.
Well, since the Thief also can't wear ribbon today, Wall might be something to look out for.
Yep, and that's probably going to be the one that rolls level 8.
And if I was playing here, I'd probably skip Wall and just hope to dodge any insta-kills in Topher. Just, if someone's got an insta-kill, maybe just reset and hope they don't have it again next time. So small divergence, Deadpulse is going to turn in the slab while Pickles and Beer are going to Ice Cave.
And we get a fetch quest out of Lefane, so hopefully it turns out to be something useful, because getting a black shirt out of this one would feel very bad.
Okay, there's still the crowd favorite Thor hammer.
Let's take a guess on what we think it's going to be.
Oh, it's going to be a wall hammer.
That would make
Then we can
for a very
skip
easy seat.
the whole debate on whether you should promote for wall or not.
get a little bit more time, so let me think. I'm gonna say slow 2. Or is it guaranteed to be something? Is it
No, it's completely random in this flight.
completely random? Yeah, slow 2. Yes, Crystal, the encounter table starts with a hero run and doesn't seem to have too bad of a set of encounters in the back. We'll see when they go through a dungeon that isn't a long dungeon that isn't volcano.
Yeah, it's not annoyingly bad like 3 encounters in 4 steps, which you sometimes get. So Deadpulse here, turning in the herb, trying as hard as he can to avoid ice.
And with the way these quest items rolled, you're going back and forth regardless, because the bottle requires going to Gaia, whereas the herb requires going to Lefane. It's just, I don't think there's any way either of these runners could have routed everything in one go.
And the
But we
slab
did get the
here,
Oxio.
so that means we can go to the on-rack continent and full clear everything in the on-rack continent. Very nice. You just hate to go there and do waterfall and then have to come back later. Here we got level 7 new. That's in a class change slot, though. We haven't found the tail yet. If tail's in sky, I bet both players skip it.
Level 8 Life 2 and X-Fur. Doesn't feel great. Have we found Life 1?
I do not believe we've seen Life 1 yet. And Pickles and Beer gets the chime. Is that go mode? No, we still need the loot.
So ice was required to get the chime.
Yeah, so this could be a big divergence here. Deadpulse goes and clear on-rack continent, where Pickles and Beer does sky. If sky is something useless and he spends a long time clearing it, it could be very bad. But there's also lots of potential for gear up here too. So a question in chat, who's in the lead? It's really anyone's game at this point. They've sort of been swapping back and forth the lead. Pickles and Beer might be a minute up. But a minute can disappear very fast in this game.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue Pickles is in the lead because he has the orb lead, but it's really about a minute to 1 to 2 minutes difference there.
Yeah, if he pulls the loot out of Sky here, and Deadpulse full clears the entire on-rack continent and doesn't find what he needs, then Pickles and Beer has a big lead. Although it could just be that the robot gives us the loot here. This might be the most annoying pack I've ever seen.
The jerk birds are being jerks.
Okay, we get it. They're poisoned. Can we move on? It could be worse. That could have been Nuke.
That is very true.
Although I guess if it was Nuke, you just would have reset. You wouldn't have had to watch that. Yeah, so I just noticed Deadpulse's level. Level 12 on his Thief is not great. He's going to need a lot more levels if he's going to beat Topher.
Yep. And Pickles so far has not found the item in Sky, so what do? Do you loot Sky 2 or loot Sky 3 and then come back for Sky 2?
I'm always a do thing in order guy. I do level 1, I do level 2, I do level 3, and it's always the last box I check in level 3.
Given how often it's on level 3, I tend to do 3 before 2, but I also sometimes will do one of the sides in 2 while going down. It kind of depends on how many warp charges I have. Harm 4 Axe.
That's very good for the White Mage.
That means the White Mage is always able to cast a high level AoE spell now for free.
Pickles with a probably smart play doing half of Sky 2.
Yep, and then he's going to go over to the 6-pack over here and finish out Sky 2 and then come and do the 4. It's kind of how I tend to route it myself. So I like to play. that Harm 4 axe, even if there's a dud here, the Harm 4 axe will at least be something very good to have gotten out of here. It's not every day you see the Black Mage swinging an axe.
Okay, in Pickles and Beer, his 3-man party looking to pay off here. I saw one of his party members up at level 17. Much better than Deadpulse's 12.
I missed what the robot had in Waterfall.
Yeah, I was hoping someone was going to say it, and I wouldn't look like I wasn't paying attention. I do not think it was the loot. Not sure if I saw that in his inventory. Pickles and Beer taking the opportunity to take quite a few fights here, up to level 19 on his thing. It's very dangerous to do that in Sky, because you could die at any moment.
Oof.
That's painful. Looks like Deadpulse just resets right out of that.
Yeah, and Harm 1 isn't worth even doing that. There's the loot and the 4-pack.
So we can finally answer the question. Pickles and Beer in the lead. I think he's got the party advantage right now, and he's got the key item advantage.
Yeah, I think at this point I would say Pickles has the lead if he makes it through here.
The one thing about the 3-man party is it is riskier, right? You get unlucky and one of your party members dies. That's a lot bigger deal than the 4-man party if you get unlucky and one of your party members dies.
Yep, but on the flip side, you level up quicker and should enter till for a little bit higher level.
The item in the waterfall was the tail, which I don't think helps Deadpulse right now. We don't have any items or any spells that we really need that the tail would give us access to.
Yeah, the Pickles actually pulled out a fire +4 shield and an ice +3 shield, and maybe the numbers may have been swapped right next to the loot, so that would be something to do, and then you can swing the katana on the thief and give the white mage the Masa and have white samurai strats as a backup.
It's definitely good if you have access to life. That's something you can do. I'm actually that could be the spell we're looking for. Access to life might be gated by tail here.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen life anywhere yet.
I guess Pickles Beer can't cast it because his white mage is dead. So he should go turn in the herb now to get the Oxyal and heal them.
Oh no, this is gonna cost Pickles here.
Yeah, I don't believe he turned in the herb. This might be a bonk.
Yep. I don't think he's gonna bonk here. I think he's just gonna do Waterfall, hoping that it's the Oxyal, which will not be.
Definitely unfortunate. Swings back into Deadpulse's favor a little bit, but I think Pickles is still in the lead. That's unfortunate. This could be something where he forgets about Herb. Spends a long time looking for it.
Yeah, I think he's probably just gambling, hoping that this is going to be where the Oxyal is instead of on the herb. Because I think at this point, in his mind, it's 50-50. I have to think about that, but I think he's thinking it's 50-50. Oh, he's going to run into the R-burbs here.
Deadpulse finally getting to ice. He spent the entire seed avoiding this place. It's forced.
Yeah, Ice 3 is not the spell, or Fire 3 rather, is not the spell for these. Ice 3 is actually pretty decent. I think he has Lightning 3, so I think that might be a good choice here. Uh-oh. This bit of greed box checking is going to cost some time.
Yeah, but we know Deadpulse came in on the same encounter table, so face the same pack. Yeah, you notice him checking his item screen there, who's probably wondering what he missed. I hope he saw the herb. Oh yes, very smart play by Deadpulse.
Yeah, going ahead and taking care of Carry while you're in the area is very heads-up play. Good thing to remember. I myself would have forgotten and then put it off until the very, very end.
Yeah, I would have put it off till after the Black Orb bonk. Yeah, let's see if Pickles remembers where life is, because I do. But he upgrades the shield on the thief and gets access to one good spell. Probably worth promoting.
Yeah, getting the temper spell would be good. Alright, Deadpulse is taking on Gary. This is going to be a much easier fight than last time. We got some temper going, some harm 4. More harm 4.
274 hit points on that thief. An unresisted blizzard could have still been very bad.
Yep. Swaying for 226 and down. Much easier this time.
Yeah, but that also shows one thing that Deadpulse is lacking. A Fiend 1 fight and only 200 damage from your main melee.
Deadpulse needs levels. Whereas I think Pickles is level 21, and you can certainly do that. Go to the Topher at level 21 here. With a Thief, I'd probably do level 23 in the scaling, but that's not that far from where he is at right now.
It was Massa 3, was it?
Massa plus 3 and a Katana plus 3.
Katana plus 3.
So I think once you go to Topher, I think you swap it and put the Katana on, and yep, there's life and wall level 7.
Yeah, that's good. That gives him much more survivability. And now with the White Samurai, it's actually possible to solo fights with the White Samurai, since you can bring your party members up. Yeah, so important breakpoints to remember. On the Thief, the Katana gets its 5th hit at level 23. So a Katana plus 3 would be... you need about level 20 for the 5th hit, so that's the absolute minimum you'd want to go into Topher at. And it wouldn't get another hit until about 28, which might just be too many levels to ever try and get.
Yeah, that is too many. That said, every single one of his party members are under the 400 HP mark, which is the survive nuke level.
Yeah, it would be so hard to get above 400 on this whole party. Your plan going into Topher would probably just have to be, if you see nuke, reset and hope you don't see it next time.
But I would at least see if you survive it, because, I mean, 400 is the max.
Oh yeah, if the party wipes.
Oh, yeah. Alright, Deadpulse should use this opportunity to get all the levels he needs. Meanwhile, picklesbeer is about to face Kraken 1.
And that will be his 4th orb and go mode.
Would you like to call this one?
Okay. Moves the thief back, or the ninja back into the 3rd slot, so putting up a sacrificial white mage in the 1st slot. Using no defensive spells, which I think he thinks that he can beat Kraken quite easily. 300 damage pretty fast, so you can imagine with a fast 600 damage, it should be an easy fight. And there you go.
Definitely was. And Pickles is level 22 on the Thief and I think the White Mage. So I personally would want one more level, but these two runners are in the finals. I fully expect them to go.
This is the most hits you're going to realistically get on your swords. So the only thing you'd be getting levels for is hit points, and none of these party members gain many hit points from levels.
Hit points as well as MDef, which the Thief needs. And spell charges, which the White Mage needs a couple of in order to be able to cast Wall.
Yeah, so I think here the plan is to just try it and hope we don't have like 1,000-year storm Topher.
Meanwhile, those of us watching can hope for 1,000-year storm Topher.
Okay, so here's the scenario. Every boss in here is awful. Lich has first turn nuclear. You can't even beat Lich. Where do you go to get levels? Or what do you do?
I would remember you have the Harm 4 axe and lots of Cast of Fire 3 as well as some nukes. The Metal Slime tile and Earth.
Yeah, that'd be a good one for a full party grind. There's also the possibility of going and fighting the zombie Ds, but that's all the way at the bottom of Volcano, which would take quite a bit of time. And Deadpulse here, it looks like he's going to full clear sky, get it on the exact last box in the dungeon. Okay, and there's that. There's that without wall.
And this is why I would swap the katana and the Masa, because right now the damage is entirely spells.
If you had the Masa on the White Mage here, he could be casting Fast and Temper. It would probably do a lot more damage than Fire 2 17 damage. I mean, this is still possible though. If he gets out of here, he has life.
Ooh, 2 HP! It's one more than you need, but this is not feeling good right now. The Black Mage goes down, Harm 4. Carrie is still here. And
he doesn't even wait to see if Carrie only did 1 damage.
Yep, well, or missed, yeah.
4 hits, 1 damage? Maybe. I don't think it's quite possible, but maybe.
I don't think that's possible. If 4 hits, 4 damages. Or just miss. We seem to have lost Deadpulse's stream, so we will follow Pickles and Beer right now.
Okay, so Carry with Zap is a problem. He doesn't have the tools to protect against that, so his choices are either to try and go faster than Carry, or to get lucky.
He has Wall, so he has to give up one of his life spells in order to do it, but that is a time to do it.
That's right, Wall and Life on level 7. Okay, let's see if he goes for that. If he either tries to No, he's going to Wall. Yeah, good play. And wasn't fast enough, but instead he just gets lucky. He went with plan 3.
Well, you have to remember the Thief did get the +10 MDef, so it is more likely. Alright, we are back on Deadpulse's side. He's climbing again. That doesn't seem good.
It's confusing what could have happened there. Maybe he ran into a Warmech and Warmech got a first turn spell on him or something.
That's a possibility. We'll have to ask. Alright, so Kraken 2, the first major gatekeeper that usually happens, although Carry was pretty big this time. So we have a fast going off. We have Swing from the Thief, 604 damage. That is a good start. Let's get some Timber in there, see if we can boost that some. So Viz 2 is going out. See if we can keep the party alive. It's going to cast Lightning 2 and Viz. And Thief's going to take a punch. but stays up. Lightning 3, rather. 65. Lightning 3 doesn't. Wow. That never happens for me. We do see a warm exciting on Deadpulse's side, while Pickles and Beer takes on Tiamat, but Deadpulse runs away. We got Bruise strats going out on the White Mage. This is a good, I think, a good plan. He's casting Gear 4 from the White Mage onto the Thief. Temper going out on the Thief. Swing. 758, and down goes Tiamat.
That was a very
off
good
the
Tiamat.
chaos.
This didn't do any damage with the punches, and took a lot of damage too. You got lucky there. But now the real test of the scene.
And here we go. We have some thinking wall strats. I like it. Fast swing. 380 damage on 4 hits. That's very good. Start. That means he's not. Doesn't seem too evasive to start with. Wall goes out. Invis 2. Some temper. Swing. Turn order is bad, but it's only 75 damage. We actually might need some luck here. This 2 goes out before anyone dies. So we have no more of that. Swirl goes out and takes out the mages. So we're just in hold A and pray mode. 178 is not a good number to be getting right now. 370 damage. Swing. 374. But the Chaos misses. Swing. If you can get a crit loop here, this is good. 306. Oh no. 106. Oh.
Yeah, that's some very punchy Chaos.
Yep.
It's definitely possible to get a crit loop here, but he doesn't have any ruse items for the ninja, and it would take maybe 4, depending on the gear, maybe 3 or 4 invis 2s to get the ninja up to max evade to try and get a crit loop.
Yeah, I think at this slightly lower level, I think you do need the full 4. But are we doing in this flag set plus 80 agility or plus 50?
It's plus 80 agility.
Plus 80, yeah.
Yeah, so he might need more. He needs more locks to beat that fight, and probably more tempers as well. So it might be worthwhile to go, like if he wipes again here, go to Corneria and buy lock on the ninja, just so that for the first 2 turns the ninja can be locking instead of doing ineffective swings, 3 fast and 3 temper.
Yeah, that's a good call. That'd be a good move. And you can also, if you fail again, go and pick up temper as well, so you can do a couple of locks, a temper, and then start swinging fully charged.
Yeah, because at this point we need the Black Mage to cast fast, and we need the Black Mage to probably cast 2 locks and 2 temper. And the Black Mage just isn't going to survive that long in this fight.
But don't look now, but Deadpulse is now entering Topher at the 55-minute mark.
So with the weakness of these parties and the power of this Topher, it's really anyone's game here.
Deadpulse did go and pick up all of the gold bracelets for everyone. Except the Black Mage.
Oh, and Tia 2, that we didn't see it last time, Nuclear. And Pickles and Beer still does not have the Master on the White Mage.
And Deadpulse is taking the lead now. However, Pickles and Beer knows which fiends have which spells and which things to look out for. And now Pickles is frozen. So we're going to look at Deadpulse. Deadpulse is through Speed Bump 2.
Well, really the one big advantage that Pickles and Beer has is he has more levels, his individual party members are stronger, but also he has access to the life spell. For Deadpulse, death is permanent in this dungeon. Any character that dies in here is dead forever.
Yep. Deadpulse does not look like Deadpulse promoted at all, so no life, no ability to swing the katana. We'll have to use the Masa. It's a Masa plus 3, so that's fine. But it means only 1 melee, guaranteed.
Deadpulse gets through carry without seeing Zap.
And we are neck and neck as they are both healing after the carry fight. Kraken out for Deadpulse. You want to call this one?
Both forgetting that they had heal too. People just love their heal pots. So Deadpulse going with chip strats, with fast on the ninja, or the thief at this point. We know this Kraken's fairly weak. I don't think we've seen Pickles and Beer wiped anything from it. Oh, no, never mind. He's got nuclear. So we got a nuclear Tia and a nuclear Kraken. So Deadpulse gets through without seeing the nuclear. Pickles and Beer can... Oh,
Your commentator cursed him. He his Black Mage died as soon as he said that. Sorry, Pickles.
White Mage finally has the Massa on the White Mage. This is a 15-minute delay, so he isn't listening. Don't worry.
And I actually kind of like this play. He has one live cast left, and so he's going to do this fight without faster temper in order to have it available for chaos if everyone survives. However, it's frozen, so we're going to look at Deadpulse now. Tiamat casts Fire 3, and ooh, this... Need to get the healing out.
Yeah, this is a weak Tia. Maybe somewhere around 1,200 hit points, or maybe 1,000. Yeah, this is a reset.
He's gonna... Yeah, I wouldn't even try this, because... Oh, Bane fight.
Apparently Tia has Reflect.
I thought that wasn't available till later Final Fantasy.
Let's talk to the devs about putting Reflect in the game. And Pickles and Beer freezes and then is back on the overworld. Okay, looks like Deadpulse is going to go try and find levels.
I agree with this play. He does not have anywhere near enough.
And he didn't even see half of what was bad in that Topher.
Yep. And he's chosen the White Dragons. Or, oh, he's still looking.
Yeah, he hasn't looked at this one.
Oh, the thief goes down to the Zap again. However, has he put the...
Yeah. Last time he was in the dungeon, he had the Massa on the White Mage, but it looks like he put it on mid-dungeon and didn't save it. Yeah, so I was wondering if this was going to be a 1,000-year Topher, probably only a 500-year Topher.
But it was close.
Only once in 500 years do you get a Topher like this.
And so in game years, that means 3 days?
Well, it depends on who rolls it.
It's true. It's very true. Alright, we have Fizz 2 going out. Decent damage here. Kraken actually takes out the thief after the Invis 2. So, did you move the muscle? No. But this Kraken had low HP, so I think we can get through here as long as... Yeah. We have one more life cast left. And it's got to be used now.
And that means no wall for Chaos. But we didn't see any elemental spells at all from Chaos last time. We just saw Swirl and Punches.
Alright. Arm 4 against Tiamat. Swing, 139. Not good enough. But Fast is going to help with that problem. Lightning 3 goes out. Hopefully we do not lose the Black Mage. He's going to cast Heal 3 in hopes to keep the Black Mage alive. It is too late. Turn order happens. But we have the Thief and the White Mage alive from my favorite party here to take on Chaos.
We don't have Fast, we don't have Temper, we don't have Lock. It's 3 things that I said we would need to beat this fight. But we do have the ability to just get lucky here. If we can get enough Invis 2s out and let this White Mage die, well, the Thief lives, it's a possibility that we could win here.
The Katana would actually be better here with the crit, I think.
Yes, I would have had the Katana through this whole dungeon.
The His 2 goes out. Swing from the Masa. 37 damage. Nuclear. All right, this is where I would be like, nope, need more. But this is the finals. Pickles is not going to do that. Deadpulse is on carry 2. Now that he's done leveling up. Harm 4 going out. That Harm 4 rolled pretty decent for carry. Swing for 463. I think as long as Zap doesn't come out this round, he will be fine. Swing 403. He's through.
This could be Deadpulse's race to win now. If this is the run for him. Oh, but look, Pickles and Beer is going so fast.
Flying through these fiends.
He's fought these fiends so many times. He knows exactly what he has to do in every single fight.
I think there was the one turn Kraken 2, which never happens. That was an amazing Kraken 2 fight. Deadpulse is through his Kraken 2. Pickles is through Tiamat 2 and is with his full party. And here we go. Yes, this will be the time. I'm calling it now. This is the time.
So do you cast Invis 2 to buff up your whole party, or do you just cast Ruse on the White Mage and cast Fast on the White Mage?
I do Ruse, Invis 2. Ruse the first time.
Ruse then Invis 2?
Yep. I guess he has to cast Wall, so that's a bit risky, but I understand the play. Gear 4 goes out. Turner is good. It ends up a wash. That was good damage from the katana. This is looking a lot better with the katana now. Swing, 416. Needs more damage, but the katana is cutting through. Swirl goes out, and everyone is alive afterwards. Heal 3 should do that. Should keep the party up.
Yeah, this is looking very, very good.
907 damage is where we need to be. We are looking good right now. Punch. White Mage just takes it. Temper. Swing. We don't know what happened. No! 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 It's not the time to freeze. But on the other side, Deadpulse is also here. Has lost one of the White Mages, but is rising up with the other one.
He's actually going...
And
and Pickles and Beer
exactly
has defeated.
Oh, Pickles has won! We see the screen shaking on Pickles' side. I don't know what happened. So I'm going to call Deadpulse. We have some heal pod strats going on to keep the party alive. He's focused entirely on the White Samurai. 4 damage, 186 is not good. Heal pod. Swing. 464, that is good. That will be able to do it. Heal pod, swing. 1070 from the White Mage. Deadpulse, I love you. Even if you didn't win this, I am so happy you're doing this with the White Mage. Come on, you can do it. Swing. 154. Swing from the White Mage, 154. This is crit loot. He's going to be able to pull it off. A 463 does it. GG for both of our runners. That was a very close race.
Yeah, for both runners spending 20 minutes in Topher, that was a very close race.
And I'm very happy that they were able to finish on the same dive there. Would you... Oh, there we go. We are joined in the booth by our winner tonight, Pickles and Beer. GG.
Oh, thank you.
I am so happy that you took my advice from 15 minutes in the future and put the katana on the ninja there and put the masa on the White Mage.
Yep. After the first chaos wipe, I'm like, yeah, when I get back there again. with the full party. With how that shook out, I was not confident in getting through that without the Black Mage alive.
Yeah, I agree. The Chaos wasn't super evasive, but was evasive enough, at least for the Masa, that you would need that. But it looks like the Katana was able to just cut through without any need for lock at all. I don't think you casted it all in the last try. And we are also joined by your second place finisher, Deadpulse. GG Deadpulse, and I don't know if you were watching, but thank you so much for doing the White Samurai strats there to finish it. It makes me very happy.
Oh, I aim to please.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
All right, so what did you think? You all think of the seed there? Start with Pickles.
Could you say that one more time?
Oh, sorry. What did you think of the seed in general?
I thought it was fine until Topher.
I'm gonna agree with you on that one. Like it felt like
Yeah.
a jet seed pretty early, like fairly standard routing from this flag set, from what I could tell, and fairly easy. But you had a little bit of an easier time in Volcano than Deadpulse.
Getting through on my second try, I felt pretty good because with that ambushing nightmare pack, I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, this could get out of hand real quick.
Yeah, so it was actually interesting because Deadpulse didn't see. I don't think Deadpulse saw the squint, for the first turn squint from the nightmares at all.
Oh wow.
But
On Deadpulse's first dive, he died to Carrie's Blizzard.
Oh.
yes, so one of the key differences in this race was actually the party selection screen. So Pickles, you ran Thief, White Mage, Black Mage, none. Deadpulse took 2 White Mages. And I think that actually determined the difference there in Volcano. But what do you think, Deadpulse?
If I have the option to take 2 white mages, I'm going to take it. No, and that carry one, Gatekeeper. It was because I'm like, okay, I get to level 8. You know, I have a couple of harm 4s. As long as I get a swing off from my thief, I should be fine, right? And then no. All right, second time. Let's try this again. This time with feeling. And apparently, like, damage poison comes out right after the blizzard, and I'm like, come on.
Yep.
Had you not gone to Matoya's cave yet?
It didn't matter because the thief couldn't wear the ribbon.
Right, but you could throw that mass on a white mage.
Yeah, the white mage still didn't survive the blizzard and poison.
I must have
No,
got lucky.
I did just that.
Yeah, I must have just got a little bit of luck getting that. I think I got a temper 2 off on my thief.
I survived round 1. What is that?
Yeah, that was pretty much the biggest difference there, is that he got Pickles was able to get the temper off and get damage from the thief before losing one of his party members, or maybe both mages, I think.
I think I don't remember. It's been too long now. Old man brain forget.
Talk about old man brain. Where was the tail? What did I do?
It was in
Water.
You had it.
Oh wait, did you have it? Did you actually make it through Waterfall?
I did make it through Waterfall, and I warped out, but I didn't see it in my inventory, so maybe I didn't talk to the actual Waterfall guy.
Okay, because we all missed it. We were like, what was there? Nobody saw it. What happened?
And I'm like, what did I miss? And I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. You know what? If the loot isn't in Sky, I'm just, after wiping the carry a couple times and having to do the Walk of Shame out, it's like, all right, I'm probably 5 minutes behind at this point. So, and then, I'm like, all right, well, the tail or the loot is in Sky. So if it's the loot, awesome. If it's the tail, I'm just going to shrug.
Yeah, you were about 2 minutes behind because of the carry wipe, but in reality, there was also the route divergence difference. where Pickles got the loot first before getting the Oxyel. And so there was a little bit of not having to dive mermaids, and having a bit. Well, maybe not, because actually you double dipped on Red Continent, right, Pickles?
Yep, that's because I had a major brain fart doing. I had that herb sitting there, and I said, "Well, I'm just gonna do." I see the loot and the Oxy in Sky so much. I'm like, I'm here. I'm gonna do it. Try to get some levels and make it through here. And after I left, I forgot all about that herb. Went to Waterfall. Yeah, went to Waterfall, got the tail, and stopped and scratched my head trying to figure out what the heck I missed.
All right, we were wondering if it was that or if you were gambling on the 50-50 there.
Nope,
From your
completely forgot. I had to look in my inventory and saw that herb.
Yeah, Oxyel in Waterfall, you look like a genius.
Oh, it would have been great. I thought I had to be. But I was also on my way to Waterfall. I was thinking, like, I'm like 99% sure I haven't seen that Thor hammer yet, and I need the Oxy, but there's only one check left. I'm like, I missed something, and I couldn't figure it out. Looked at the inventory. Luckily, that it was not something. Luckily, it was something that was in there still.
Yeah, it could have been worse. It could have been the bottle, and then you already cleared it, but hadn't gone to talk to them.
Right? I was like, I know I did ice. Like I started to think that I forget to check the incentive in ice. I'm like, no, I like certain I got the bottle out of there because I went to the Lefane area right after that. I was like, I think I did. I hope so. I do very crude tracking on paper, so my turn-ins don't get tracked.
I was going to ask if you tracked, because that usually helps me, but not always, because I have a 95% note-taking capability. I'm great for 95% of them, but that 5% could sometimes be a doozy.
Every once in a while.
Bert, do you have any questions for our runners?
Oh no, I'm just excited to get to Game 2.
I have
But
one more.
we're gonna have to wait till tomorrow morning.
Deadpulse, in Volcano, you checked the spike tile on the Agama floor right after the staircase. Was that intentional or accident?
My finger slipped. I knew that it was the Phantom, and I'm like, oh, I hope I can get out of this. But I was like, you know what? Whatever.
That's one of the worst ones to slip on. But yeah, okay. That's what we thought. We figured that was probably the case. It's just something I noted for asking you. With that, when is the Game 2 happening?
Oh, it's tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. And it'll be Game 2 and 3 if necessary.
And broadcasting starting at 11:15.
That's right.
15 minutes after. That should be a good one. So be sure, by the way, I'm not good at saying this during the streams, but be sure to follow our runners here. They've put on a fantastic show tonight. Follow our tracker JLo and my co-com Bert Reynolds. You can follow me. You'll see some races, not anything else. We should probably move on to final thoughts. Deadpulse, why don't you give us some final thoughts?
Oh, geez. You know, it's like my friend Marge always says. You know, Marge, she works down at the Pottery Barn. I was over at her house, and, you know, she's making her world-famous tater tot hot dish, 4th place at the local county fair. And she goes, you know, I says to Marge, I says, you know, what am I supposed to do in the SGL finals? And she goes, you know, Deadpulse, you just got to do your best. That's all you can hope for. If you lose, just get them next time.
Fantastic, and I will definitely say you put on quite a show. Worthy of the finals. Pickles, what about you?
That's a tough act to follow right there. Just GG's again, and thank you all for putting this on. It's very much appreciated.
Bert, you have any final thoughts?
Yeah, good game for the runners. That was a fun one to watch. I enjoy the seeds where you have to struggle a bit and sort of solve a puzzle, and that Topher was definitely a bit of a puzzle.
Yep, I was Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I noticed on Pickle's last run, it was the quickest Topher, like one of the quickest Tophers I'd ever seen, because he knew exactly what he needed to do on each one of the fights, and he executed it perfectly. Every party member doing exactly what they needed to do. That was very good.
Thanks. Yeah, I was one chaos. I wanted to get to chaos one more time. If I wiped again, I was leaving to get some levels. A couple more charges of level 7 for Wall and Life.
Wall life. What is that? Witchcraft.
Things that you couldn't get because of the tail.
Hey, they were both pre-promo learnable.
You know what? Listen, it's I don't need life. I don't need all your fancy tricks. I'll push through at 324 health in a dream.
Yeah, you did. You did, and with the white mage to boot. All right. With that, thank you everybody for watching, and Speed Gaming 5 for letting us be here. A little bit sad we didn't get. We almost got Speed Gaming 8 the Ocho. We would have thrown in a bunch of dodgeball references if we had, but it was still a very fun one. And be sure to watch tomorrow morning's race between these two, Game 2. See if we can get to Game 3. Sorry, Pickles. I always like to have a full suite of games. Look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. Good night.